Hi, my name is Melissa, and my channel is Healing with Gardening. And what inspired me is a couple of friends, um, as far as making this channel, and also Lead Farmer 73. He was put forth a challenge on his channel, and I started thinking, all right, so what could I add to enhance people's lives? And just a little background on my background is I was a teacher for 25 years, and I had a lot of bad, just sorrowful things happen in my life. I grew up with very loving parents, and all in, I would say, 2 years, I was bitten in the face by a dog and got 25 stitches in and around my mouth. And anyone who knows me knows I love dogs. I have 3 right now who's running around here. And they've always been my best buddies, has been my dogs. And to take in a dog and have him bite me was traumatic for me. I ended up giving the dog back to the owner, and I don't really know what happened to the dog, to tell you the truth. But after that, or during that same time, I was hanging out with a guy, and he liked to go out, and he liked to go to bars and hang out with his friends, and that's who I got the dog from. But I kind of fell into this pattern of going out, and he introduced me to I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's funny, but it's not funny. Fireballs, because I love fireballs, because I like cinnamon a lot. But I've never really been a drinker up until that point, and that was approximately 10 years ago. And anyway, I just started on this downward spiral of going out and having drinks and coming home and having more drinks. And I ended up losing my both my parents about 5 years ago, all within 10 months of each other, so all within the same year. I also lost 2 dogs that I had for like 16 years, and I had to put both of them asleep due to old age, and just one had cancer, one had just a lot of pain. So it was difficult, and I did not stop with the bottle. And August of 19, I was admitted to the hospital because I was in liver failure. Now, remember, this is a person who didn't drink. I mean, I didn't drink. And then things just spiraled, and I started drinking. Well, so I ended up, it wasn't good. I was on death's bed. So I was at a week in the hospital, and I got out and started to gain some strength. And a week later, I just scratched my foot going out to the mailbox. And going out to the mailbox was a chore for me, because at that point, I had no strength whatsoever. So I went out there because I was like, well, let me push myself and let me go. So I went and scratched my foot. Luckily, I had a friend, Audrey, who was staying with me at the time, making sure that I was okay. And I ended up getting sepsis on my foot. And if you don't know what sepsis is, it kills a lot of people. Basically, you get bacteria in your body can't fight it out, get rid of it. And a lot of people have called it blood poisoning. It's not really blood poisoning, it's just bacteria just goes everywhere in your body and just attacks it. So, sorry, that's one of the schnauzers. But what ended up happening, hold on, let me close this door. So, I will say that when I went into the hospital for liver, the day that I went, I was like, just not going to drink anymore. I can't do it. And, I haven't had a problem since. I haven't really, thoughts of drinking have, gone through your mind, like when you're driving by the liquor store and you're used to doing that, but not really anything, that was just a battle for me. It just wasn't a battle for me. And I don't know what your belief system is, but my higher being, and I say that because, I did go to Alcoholics Anonymous a little bit, and they talked about a higher being. And even before all this stuff happened, was very staunch, religious, Southern, very judgmental about people, and believed it only had to be one way. And some people may argue, well, through Christ it is the only way. Well, I'm not going to argue about that, because that's between them and God, and but I truly believe I was delivered from alcohol. Anyway, so I came home from sepsis, and literally my legs looked like Michelin Man. It was so swollen and so bad, but I was able to survive sepsis. When I came home, I remember it was right before a hurricane was about to hit Savannah, and I came home, and my sister, she's a nurse, she had to work. I remember, God bless her heart, my niece, my niece coming over, making sure that I was okay. She literally had to help me raise my legs to get, at that point, I had no control over my bladder. So yes, I had to wear the big girl pants, not the big girl pants that we like to joke about, but I couldn't get them on. I was that weak. I had to use bedside potty. If I happened to fall on the ground, I couldn't get up by myself. That's kind of where I was. I could go into more detail, but you get the drift. Now it's January of 21, and because of the support that I had, both spiritually and physically, I was able to, now I'm moving boards. I am moving 50-pound bags. I mean, I couldn't even open up the top to a Coke bottle. I was just that weak. And it's only been through And, we've had all this COVID stuff, and I was pretty much had to be at home anyway. So that really didn't affect me a whole lot. I mean, it affected me in the sense of being upset about it not being better controlled by the government. I had a hard time dealing with the George Floyd and the Ahmaud Arbery occurrences. Broke my heart. Still, when I think about it, breaks my heart. It just helped. Part of that helped me to realize I needed to do more and speak the truth that I always knew, which was everybody deserves to be treated the same. And I don't care what color, I don't care what religion. We have our cultural differences, but people are people. With this political stuff, I have very, very strong beliefs in who I voted for. And I don't want to get too far into it because I understand how people voted for who they voted for. But you know what? Bottom line is, we're all Americans. Well, not all of us. If you're watching this, you may not be American, but we're all created, and we need to be treated with respect. Anywho, I get off a little bit. So it's been through forcing myself. I literally, even though I had the support of people, it was myself at home by myself, making myself get up and sweep, making myself get up and mop. Last spring, I started making myself go outside. I love the outdoors. I've been backpacking. I've hiked in Australia. I've been scuba diving the Great Barrier Reef. So, I do like the outdoors, but I never was really a gardener per se. Like plants, but never was really like a gardener. Anyway, I started watching a lot of YouTube videos. Growing Your Greens with John Kohler helped and really inspire me to want to grow my own food, to be healthier. I'm not there yet, just because last year it was a complete, learning about soil, just learning about this different stuff. So gardening helped me to mentally get back in shape, in the fact that I had to think about things. I had to critically think about what had happened with the plants that I was growing. How I wanted a garden set up, what I needed to do to make it better for, the coming months. So that's pretty much what I did. So the gardening helped me to, it stimulated my mind. There's something about working in dirt that just, I don't know, it's just, I know that they say that there's been studies, but I can say for me, it really helped me. Really just helped to soothe my mind. And then, because I'm still dealing with, a bad liver. So, I still have to fight through staying positive. And then the gardening part is, lifting boards, painting, moving wood chips, moving bricks. And I will definitely put up some tours of where I am, which is, whew, still got a long way to go. But I'm getting there. And that's the point. I'm getting there. But it literally has been through gardening that and my dogs. They were just, and I'll introduce you to them at one point in time. Now's not the time. Now, like I said, where I am right now, I'm in a great physical place as much as I can be. My numbers compared to the hospital to now, I am at the top of the list as far as healthy as you can be with cirrhosis. I was told that I needed surgery to remove my gallbladder. I didn't have it in the hospital because I was too weak. Now they say it's the time to have it done, and it's risky. And I'm having that done. Today's, Sunday, and I'm supposed to have it done this coming Tuesday. And the thought of having to have surgery again, and I mean, it could go possibly really wrong. But they tell me that my liver is the best it's going to be, which is for surgery. It's it's like a 7% mortality rate, which, let's face it, that's not very low. But still, when you're talking to a person who's been through what I've been through, the thought of having surgery, it's scary. I don't want to be in the hospital again if something goes wrong, and I don't want to die. But if I don't have it done, and I end up getting an infection, it's going to be really bad. And this girl has worked too hard to go back. So, that's pretty much an introduction. And bottom line with this channel, I felt like, I'm definitely not an expert gardener, and I don't want anybody looking at my videos thinking that I have the answers. I don't. I do not. And one video, I will talk about the different people that I have listened to and watched on YouTube that has helped me a lot, because I think most of them have their own little niche. So if you're looking for inspiration, you look at this person. If you're looking for a really breakdown step-by-step on how to start your seeds, or how to grow certain plants, how to propagate, there's certain people who have their strong points. My strong point that I want to happen is for people to be inspired that no matter what your sickness is, of course you have to stay within the confines of what your doctors say you can and can't do. I will tell you that when I started going outside and started doing things, I'm like, oh my God, I've got arthritis because I'm hurting here and I'm hurting there. Now it was just a process of building back up my strength. And I've been a gym rat in the past. I've ran up to 11 miles, so it's I've been used to physical activity. And when I worked out before, I'd be really sore. You get up and you can't move. This was a different kind of sore, completely different kind of sore, not store. But bottom line is, I want to inspire people that if you don't if you don't want to go to the gym and you want something that's more than just going to the gym, lifting and repeating, getting on that treadmill and running, this really is a way to help you emotionally, physically, mentally, all of that stuff. So, I may update on, and right now I don't have any followers. That's okay. That, I can people can come back and watch once people start watching my channel. But what I have to offer is inspiration, so that if you're faced with a difficult, even just a difficult situation, for instance, when I found out that I needed to go ahead and have surgery, I found out Friday. Today is Sunday. And I went ahead and told the doctor, I said, well, I don't want to wait on it. I just want to go ahead, and I don't want to sit around. I don't want to think about it. So I was upset when I got off the phone. And what I did is I got out some of my seeds, and I started, just see if y'all want to see it. This is my seed starting area. But that's what I did to kind of soothe my mind, is I started some seeds. And it really does help to get your mind off of things. So, and I know that there's other things you can do, but anyway, so that's my introduction, and that's just why I'm doing this. I do want to say, if somebody starts to follow me, and if you don't like what I say, don't watch. I'm not going to get into political whatever. If you want to comment on something that I've done or said or whatever, like I said, I am not where I'm in this learning process. So if you want to give suggestions, awesome. But if you want to get on and you want to try to troll, or you want to try to be negative, I'm not putting up with negativity in my life right now. Just not going to do it. And one of my dogs is making some noise, so I've got to go. But anyway, I look forward to this journey. I probably should have started it before now, but there were other things on my mind. Anyway, take care. I don't have a slogan yet. I will eventually. Anyway, South Georgia girl saying take care, be good to one another, be good to yourself, and never, ever give up.